Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you an easy way to build a shelter very inexpensively for your bug out bags. Alright, thanks for coming back today, and thank you for joining me. Today I'm doing a little kind of quick shelter with a tarp, and I'm going to show you how you can make a very, very light, decent shelter for a very affordable price. We're going to run over the prices of the components and everything. I'm going to show you what's really involved. We're going to start off with an 8x10 tarp. This is a cheap tarp I bought at Walmart. I believe that it's 11 bucks. It's $10.90 something or other. And I've had it for a while. It is a silver tarp, but on the inside there is the brown, so you kind of blend in a little bit with your environment because the silver kind of stands out. 8x10 tarp, real simple. Next step, get yourself a bunch of stakes. I tend to avoid the little metal cheapy ones because they bend when you bang them into the ground, especially here in the desert. We got hard soil. So I get these. These are from Walmart again. They are the little Coghlan's aluminum stakes. I believe they're like 65 cents each. So you figure 1, 2, 3. So you got like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe about $16 so far. And the last, I've seen when people build these shelters, they usually use a trekking pole to hold up the main front end of the shelter. Well, what I've done is I took a leg off an old tripod. And the tripod I had, this was an older one I used in my early videos. I bought it for $2 in a secondhand shop. So I took the leg off it because I never really used the tripod anymore. Painted it camo, did a little camo on it because it was black, and black really stands out in the desert. So with this, it can double as a shelter support at any height you want. You know, if you want it longer or shorter. It can also double as a trekking pole if you really need one. Now, I can't really see anywhere around here where I'd probably need one, but maybe if I got up higher in the mountains, I might need one. It'd be good for an emergency. And the end I've modified because it just had a rubber little thingy stopper on the end. What I did was I took a piece of wood, I cut it down, and I stuffed it in there. It's about down to here. And I also took some of that, the epoxy, and I put it in around and stuffed it all in. So it's in there pretty good, and I carved it to a little bit of a point. I didn't want too much of a sharp point on the end, but just enough to stick into the ground. And the other cool thing about this is I've noticed some people, we won't be doing this today, but some people when they build their shelters, they secure them on top with some paracord. This already has a hole through it, as you can see there if I don't drop it again. So you got a hole drilled through it. You can stick your paracord through there, stake it into the ground. And if I was setting the shelter up for a long-term kind of situation or in very high winds, I'd probably do that. Today, it's not windy yet, so I've got to get out there and do it before it does get windy. It's not windy yet, and it's not going to be a permanent shelter, so we're not going to tie it down with paracord. Anyway, I'm going to take this outside now. This is the first time I've done this. I've never set up a shelter with this before, and that's some of the reason why I started my YouTube channel. Take myself out of my comfort zone as well as teach other people some new skills. So we're going to set this up today, so don't be too harsh on me if I really screw it up. But, and again, like I said before, this is kind of going to be an ongoing series on building an affordable yet decent quality bug out bag. Because I find a lot of new preppers are so busy buying food, water, all this other stuff, they forget they might need a get home bag or a bug out bag, and then they're overwhelmed at the cost. So what I want to do is do as much homemade gear and as much inexpensive gear that's actually good quality in a bag, and when we finish building that, we'll do a whole video on that. Anyway, let's get outside, put this tarp out, and I'll show you how I've been trained to do it. Alright, so your first order of business is you want to get it spread out. You want to get it as flat as possible. Then we're going to take the back area back there, and I'll show you how to set up your stakes in it. Alright, so I got it staked out. I did run into a little issue here. The holes, the grommets in this tarp are different than probably every one I've seen somebody do one on YouTube. And being that I'm trying to learn this, I kind of had to improvise a little. So you'll notice it's a little bunchy in the middle. Well, that's because I can't get a perfect hole in the back there, because the two stakes are there. They should be over a little. But we improvised, we made it work. So what I did was I staked the two in the back there, one on each side here, and I made sure to kind of mush it together so it's a little bunched in the middle for the top. Now I'm going to stake out the ends, either end here, and put the middle T in, and we'll see how it works. Alright, so there it is. Got it up, even with a little bit of issues I had with the holes in the tarp itself. I could probably put some different grommets in it. I think I'm going to shop for a different tarp. Again, this was an $11 super cheapy, you know, Walmart deal, and hey, it worked. I got it to work after all. Again, first time I'm doing it, so I probably made a billion mistakes. Feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm going to give you a quick walk around here. You can see the inside's pretty spacious. There you go. Here's where I was having the issue. Let me get you around the back here and show you. Let's bring the camera down. There you go. So you see where I had to put the stakes in. They're very close to each other. Normally, most tarps have, let me turn again here, hole on the end, you know, down would be this, let me back up, it would be a little better that way. Normally the tarp would have a hole, you know, here and here. And I could have staked it here. This one had a hole here and here. And there wasn't that third one in. So I had to go a little tight in there. It worked. Still worked out pretty good, I have to say, for, you know, first time ever doing it. Let's walk around the back here and show you my beautiful yard. There you go. So I'm going to take you inside and take you off the tripod and take you inside and let you have a look at what we got. Alright, you're inside here. There's the pole. And again, if I was going to keep this up for longer, I would have tied that pole down up in there with a piece of paracord. But this seems to be holding its own pretty well. You can see you got a lot of room in there. And again, I'd use a mat in here. I might try a 10 by 10 tarp the next time I do this. And I'll do a video on it, I promise, because I got to get better at doing this. This is one of those skills that you never really practice till you need to, I think. And then you do it and you're like, wow, I'm glad I practiced that, because I had a heck of a time figuring it out, especially with the weird holes, the way it was set up. You know, it didn't have those two little holes where I normally expect them in the back of the tarp. Didn't have the two grommets there. You can almost see there's one grommet and there's the other. They're really close by instead of a little bit further back. But hey, it worked. So that's the inside there. You can see that's pretty spacious. I could have made it a little more neat, you know, and if this was going to be something I was in long term, I probably would have. But I'm pretty pleased with it. So let's take you back up top and I'll give you my final thoughts. So you see, even with a little bit of adversity there, you're easily able to put up a shelter from a tarp. And this is a 8 by 10. Again, it was the Walmart tarp, and it has the brown backing and the silver, other side of it is silver. And I think, like I said, I think I'm going to search for a better tarp. But all in all, I'm happy. That would be an adequate shelter if I needed it to stay out of the sun or out of the rain. Again, I would stake it out. I would run some paracord down from the top to make it a little more secure. I might even run one back towards the other way too. That way it has a little bit of a T stabilizer. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it for a first attempt. Hey, I was halfway through this video and I almost scrapped it going, you know what, I can't do this yet. I need a different tarp. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to continue on, because pretend it's an emergency and do it the best you can do. So, not bad. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Don't forget to check out our Amazon links below and our Thrive Life links below. We got a lot of deals coming up with Thrive Life. You can go there and order just a few items. You can go there and join up and become a distributor yourself. It's all up to you. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.